We're here today with Bob Rehkamp, one of our national order partners with the University of Illinois Tax School. We'd like to know a little bit about you. How long have you been a practitioner and where do you practice?
I've been a practitioner. I've been self-employed for about 24 years, and I am a tax practitioner. I have my own practice in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul.
And how long have you used the University of Illinois Tax School materials?
I've been actually an instructor for the University of Montana, which uses the University of Illinois materials for, I would say, approximately 12 years.
And in that time, what have you found about the process or the quality of the materials that makes you choose the University of Illinois Tax School materials?
Yeah, I've been an instructor for several other programs and thus have seen other material. And I will say this, the University of Illinois Tax School material is simply the best. And so my purpose and my affiliation is helps me prepare when I present at Montana. But hey, I'm a tax practitioner and the material is spot on and the best that I've seen in the marketplace.
Great. One of the things that I think that the University of Illinois Tax School does differently from other organizations is we always invite our national order partners to come in and be involved in the review process, so you've got deep involvement into the final product. Do you find that to be a positive, or do you think it's too much labor intensive, or what do you really feel about that?
It's very labor intensive, but I think it allows for the best product ultimately to be published.
So you feel like you get to render your opinions as a practitioner out there in the field.
And when you have different tax practitioners will have different points of view and different observations. So I've written material in the past, and it's a painstaking process. And it's difficult to have material written and then have other people pick it apart. But that process does produce ultimately the best product. And so I look at the school as simply a great publisher of material. And a great publisher doesn't necessarily rely on one writer ultimately to produce that. So it's the input of of everyone that attends the workshop that I think helps produce the best material possible.
Just one more question for you today, Bob. Everything seems to be changing in this world today. You've been in practice for 24 years. What do you think is the biggest challenge facing a tax professional today?
I think it's twofold. I always say that we're in the technology business. Software is very important to what we do, what we utilize to do what we do, but it can't be a master of us. It's a tool. And so having good technology, understanding technology is important. But continuing education as a tax provider, you can't spend enough time really enhancing your skill sets and what you do as a tax practitioner. I always say with software, you have to have an expectation of what it produces. It's funny though, sometimes it produces results that we forget about. In other words, it's almost we correct the software corrects us. And continuing ed, as I always tell people, I spend hundreds of hours a year, really, relative to my continuing education. And, tax law is not getting simpler. It's just getting more complicated. And our clients need us more and more as a result of this. So it's good for business, I would say, at the end of the day.
We've been speaking with Bob Rehkamp, one of our national order partners with the University of Illinois Tax School. Bob, we certainly thank you for your insight and also your participation, and we wish you nothing but continued success in the future.
Hey, it's a privilege to be associated with the tax school and all of its principal members, so thank you.